Arena is coming back with a lot of changes to make more variety in champion picks so you don't see the same team comps every round, a new map, new items and more. So let's take a look. First up, the biggest change is that it will now be a 2v2 v2 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 v2. So instead of 4 teams of 2 players, we'll have 8 teams of 2 players, to see more diversity in team comps, strategy and scenarios. With this comes a new UI as well, with a cleaner look at your team and the enemy team you are currently fighting. The top scoreboard will now only focus on this, so it will show your team and the next team you are up against, instead of showing you everything, since that will be overwhelming with so many people in a match. And at the bottom you can also see if they won or lost their previous rounds. They also don't want the game to become longer, so matches will be around the same length, but instead of fighting the same people multiple times, you will rotate against more people. There will be changes to stuff like gold and starting health to keep the duration about the same. The next big change is the introduction of prismatic items. Those act like build-defying items that will allow you to achieve more build fantasy than before. We're gonna get some returning items from different modes as well, and also some brand new items. In this preview image we got 3 for example: Flesh Eater that gives you adaptive force, lethality, magic pen, and dealing damage, shreds, armor and magic resist on a champion, and dealing damage, shreds, armor and magic resist, and on champion takedowns, restores health scaling with the enemy max health. Then we have Reality Fracture with ability power, attack speed, health, and it makes your attacks and abilities summon void grabs that attack enemies, like the Touch of the Void buff on towers. And Shield of Molten Stone with health and armor that increases your armor by a percentage too, and gives you a chance to block enemy attacks that also scales with armor, so we'll see full armor Ramus using this for sure. Those won't be purchasable from the first round, actually they won't even be in the store, but in a specific later round like augments, so you can't pick any of them, just choose from the 3 you randomly get, same as the augments, and of course you'll get rerolls for those too, so you cannot go for the same exact build every match. Apart from that, they're also adding anvils with purchasable consumables that when used present 3 randomized selections within a defined category, similar to how augments present themselves to you. There are multiple versions from 750 gold to 2000 gold, and when bought and used, it opens a random selection of items, and you can pick them for roles, for example just showing legendary assassin items, and when you use it, it gives you items such as Opportunity, the Collector and Hubris, and this will be a cheaper way to get items, but also riskier since you can't directly pick the item you want, unless you get lucky and get it. And you can also buy stat upgrades from the anvil that will give you an augment that passively increases some of your stats. Then we are getting a new arena too, the Koi Pond it's called, looking quite pretty, and looks like there will be 3 separate fighting areas on it, and there will be a bloom bridge that opens up from time to time to let us run across the platform, so this will be fun. And of course, to fit all those teams, we also have a new starting shop area too, themed after the Empyrean Return. It will still be ranked, so you'll get your points for wins, and you can queue from 1 to 8 players, cannot queue from 9 to 15, and you can also queue with a full pre-made party of 16, but it won't affect your rank though. So it's awesome that we can finally do custom lobbies with only friends now, if you have 15 friends that play the game, or you can just go rent some. Apart from that, some cameos will remain, mythic items will be removed, and it's still probably not gonna be permanent yet, depending on how popular this Arena version 3 will end up being, and if people keep playing it for entire duration or not. But yeah, we'll get this next patch with the list in rework. Let me know what you think about the changes, leave a like or I'll throw you in the arena, and thanks for watching.